friends, it's the Stitches. Welcome to the Valentine's Day episode. Today I've brought you into my kitchen and we are going to bake a little cake together. It is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. I am feeling the pink and red aesthetic and I am ready to make a cake. My boyfriend really loves food and he also really loves chocolate, so we're going to make a chocolate Valentine's Day cake, and you're gonna be hearing my cats throughout this entire video because they're cats and my kitchen is just open, so I can't keep them out of here. Nova. Nova. My baby boy. So I went to the store and got all of my cake ingredients. I definitely should have done my shopping several days ago, but I was not feeling great. So let's go over what I have. Thematically, I put all of my groceries into this reusable tote bag that I made out of Valentine's Day fabric that I bought when I was in high school. We have just a regular, plain, white cake mix. It is, you know, Betty Crocker, the basic stuff, the super moist, the white cake. Chocolate frosting. We're not making anything from scratch. Well, there's like one thing we might make from scratch depending on how we feel once the cake is like cool, but I feel like garbage, so we're gonna do just a regular old chocolate frosting. And then inside the cake, since this is just a white cake mix and I want to have a bit more of like a chocolate Valentine's Day theme, I got some sprinkles that I'm going to use to turn this into a funfetti cake mix, like Valentine's Day themed funfetti, but I know that Valentine's Day funfetti is a type of cake that you can buy in a box. Like, I know that exists. Fuku, would you please get off the counter? I know that is a thing that exists, but I got to the store way too late in order to get my hands on it. It's all sold out, so I'm going to take the red sprinkles and the pink sprinkles, and I'm gonna make my own funfetti cake mix. And then, since I want more chocolate in the cake, we have some chocolate chips. And we're gonna make a cake out of that. So I'm going to be using this springform pan. And we're gonna use some butter flavored Pam. Now with cakes, you're supposed to like use butter and flour to get them out. So like you put the butter in and then you put in a scoop of flour and you like, you know, beat it around and make sure the whole thing gets covered with a little bit of flour. Honestly, I don't know how any of this works. I'm just going off of what other people have told me to do. But when I was in middle school, my grandmother took me to a Taste of Home baking show and she made a cake. And instead of using flour to grease her pans with, she used sugar. And it makes this nice little like crunchy like outer coating on the cake, and I want that for this cake. I want that little bit of crunchy texture. So we're gonna put the sugar on the outside. So now this is our prepared pan. It's got the butter and the sugar. Oh yeah, we're gonna mix our cake mix now. Now I'm gonna go ahead and assume that most people know how to make a cake from a box. You follow the instructions on the box. You add the ingredients it tells you to add, and then you mix it, and it's a cake. So I'm gonna assume most people know how to do that, and you don't need me to like walk you through this part. I'm just making the cake mix. So now we're gonna add the chocolate chips and the sprinkles. I've got like 1/3 of a cup of chocolate chips. Just gonna dump that in there. Let's do like a tablespoon of red and a tablespoon, or I guess this is a teaspoon. A tablespoon of red and a tablespoon of pink. I think these do not want to come out of here. Can I? Oh. Nope. Oh my god, it actually opens all the way. Okay. Red. All the way open. So my red sprinkles and my pink sprinkles are two different types of sprinkles, so I honestly don't know what this is gonna look like when it's done, to be quite frank. Like, I don't know if this is gonna work. So probably should have taken the whisk out first. I'm just gonna fold this in so it doesn't get too like over mixed. We don't want to over process our Valentine's Day. There. That looks like a happy little Valentine's Day cake mix, if you can even see it. But it's got little specks of happiness in there. We're just gonna ploop it in. Looks like all my chips wound up on one side of the cake, so I'm just gonna try to spread my chocolate chips out a little bit. When things weigh different things. All right, so the box says that we should bake this for 25 to 30 minutes, since this is a 9-inch round. So we'll put it in for 25, check it, and then if it still needs it, we'll let it go till 30. While the cake is getting nice and cozy in the oven, I just want to have a little chat with all of you. You may have noticed that my upload schedule has been non-existent so far this week. Normally I have a video out every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, you know, when I'm not feeling horrific, but my last video was my Valentine's Day lookbook, which was last Saturday, and it is now, it'll be Friday when this video comes up, so that's almost like an entire week where I left you guys with no content on my YouTube channel, which is not something that I make a habit of doing. I haven't done that basically since I started my channel, and I kind of want to be like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm okay. It wasn't planned, obviously, or else I would have had videos for you guys to watch during that time, but basically what happened is I have been having a lot of issues with my chronic fatigue. So that's something that I deal with, and it always gets really, really bad in the winter just because it's winter. But this year it got especially bad to the point where there were days where I didn't get out of bed until like after the sun was already going down, and that's not a good or positive thing for my life. So I went to my doctor and had a chat with him about it, and we've decided to make some alterations to my medication routine. And so I started doing that. Literally the day that I started the new medication routine was the day that I filmed my lookbook, and my body did not respond well. Fugu. Anytime you make a sudden alteration to your brain chemistry, it messes you up a lot. Anytime you start an antidepressant or stop an antidepressant or anything even similar like an SSRI type medication is gonna mess you up for a couple weeks. And my brain felt like a caged animal, and my body was just like ready to go, but my brain, like, I could not focus on any single thing for longer than like 5 minutes. And that's not, like, I don't have ADHD. That's not a normal thing for me. It made me feel like I was going crazy, and I was not able to make any content during that time. And if I did force myself to make content during that time, it would have been awful. So yeah, I just decided to take some time off, not worry about it, and just let my body adjust to the new medication. And hopefully I will be ready to go back to my regular schedule next week. I'm feeling a lot better now. But yeah, that's where I've been. Nothing too horrific, just things that made me feel horrific. In addition to getting cake making supplies, I also got some roses because boys deserve flowers too. So I'm gonna put these in a vase. For my anniversary, my boyfriend got me these flowers. That was a month ago. So we're gonna take these out. So this is literally just like a can When I worked my fast food job, we'd get some of our sauces in like big cans like this. And so I just saved a couple of them and spray painted them so that I can use them as flower vases. We have the flower food that came with my roses. Just gonna dump that in there. These are not the highest quality roses, but they're what was available. And now we have some roses to put out on our table next to the cake because my boyfriend doesn't know I'm doing this yet, so it's still a surprise. Alright, timer just went off. That looks yummy. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, I don't know if you guys saw that, but I saw that, and she is not done. Ooh. You can probably see the other mark I made. I don't have any toothpicks or anything, so I just use my chopsticks. Poke. Nice and clean this time. Whoa, I got this beautiful cake. So I'm just gonna let the pan cool a little bit just until I can, handle it, and then we'll surgically remove it from the pan. So I've got this glass serving dish that my grandmother gave me that I've never used before, and I think I would like to do that. It's got these like etched roses in it that I think are super precious. It looks good on both. It's got this little like scalloped edge. I think it's beautiful, and this is the perfect time to use it for the first time. And I'm just gonna cool and decorate the cake on this. I'm not a cake boss. I'm not here to boss your cakes around. I'm just a regular person, so I'm just gonna do it all in one step because laziness. Can we just appreciate how dimensional the roses look when you put them on a dark background? I'm sorry, but that's beautiful. But like, it's still like a smooth surface. The roses are etched in on the bottom. That's just so cool to me. I'm sorry. You can sort of touch this now. It's starting to separate. A little bit of sugar. That's hotter than I thought it was. That's hotter than I thought it was. Ha! I mean, I just made a huge mess is all. I think this just needs some more time. So I got the top off of the cake. I ran into some trouble and a little bit just decided to come off, but we just we took our little frosting spreader, we wrestled it off, and we stuck it back on, and we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. It never happened. What are you talking about? This is a cake. It's fine. It's gonna taste just as good as if it had come out in one piece. It's fine. Now we're going to stick this in the fridge to cool for a little bit so that when we frost it, the frosting doesn't melt off of it. So we got some chocolate frosting for the cake. Yeah, we have, you know, some basic plain milk chocolate frosting. But my man loves chocolate. So since this is a cake for my boyfriend, and knowing my boyfriend, 2 types of chocolate is not enough. We're gonna add a 3rd type of chocolate into this cake. When I was in high school, I used to follow this blog called Gothic and Lolita's Sewing. And despite the fact that this was a sewing-centric blog, I did occasionally score some recipes off of it from time to time, and I have a chocolate sauce recipe that was shared with a crepe recipe. It's supposed to be like the type of chocolate sauce that you put on crepes. We're gonna put it on the cake instead. It is probably the best chocolate sauce I've ever had in my life, and I haven't made it in forever. I don't think I've ever made it for Hayden. So I better not mess it up. Alright, so now we have everything but the butter in this pan. It's getting whisked together, and we're gonna turn on the heat. So you want to bring it up just to a boil, and it'll really suddenly start to get thick, and that's when you want to take it off the heat. I think it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Casually forgets to add the butter. Oh, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. It's probably not picking up on camera, but like it literally, it looks like fondue chocolate almost. Let's talk decorations. We have our Betty Crocker. We have the rest of the red and pink sprinkles that I have graciously mixed together skillfully with my fingers. And then we have our chocolate sauce that is cooling. I'm just gonna take a regular old, plain old frosting spreader, and I'm going to put a layer of the Betty Crocker on the whole entire cake right after I break the container of Betty Crocker. Can we just admit that Betty Crocker is fun to say? Once again, I feel the need to say that I am not a cake boss. And I'm sorry if my terrible frosting skills offends you. Because you probably should be offended by my frosting skills. You know what? This cake was made with love, not skill. Love. Miss Fugo, if you start messing with the tripod, I swear. Fugo, can you stop rubbing your face against the tripod legs? Thank you. Please and thank. What do we have? Is this? Ooh. 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 Now this is a chocolate Valentine's Day cake. And Fuku definitely messed up the tripod. Fuku, what are you doing to me? Can't you see I'm trying to be a YouTuber? Here is the bad boy. This is our cake. So now we're gonna take our sprinkles and we're just gonna, we're gonna Make it look all Valentine's Day-y. This is made with love, not skill. Love. Look at all the love I'm pouring on this cake. Ooh, that was a little. That was a lot of love. That was too much love. We need to reposition this love. Okay. Oh no. That just looks bad. Okay, we're just gonna. Oh, okay. Oh. I promise my hands are clean. It looks better from a lower angle, you know, when you're not looking straight at it. That is a cute little cake. Hayden is not going to be home for a few more hours, so I'm going to get all of the beauty shots and then we'll surprise him with this when he gets home. All right, Hayden
Yes.
is home from work, and so now he's going to get his little surprise, his little Valentine's Day surprise.
Is it these flowers?
No, well, but the flowers are for you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
No one's ever done that for me.
Oh.
Wow. Is this all for me?
I mean, I would like a slice.
That's so nice of you.
I mostly want to cut it open and see what it looks like on the inside because
Do I just do with my hands?
No,
Oh.
I've got some plates and a little little spatula.
Okay. Let me see if I can. I'm just cutting a terrible slice because I'm so tired. Okay.
That's okay. I wouldn't get much of a better one. I mean, that's kind of the theme.
Oh, that looks yummy.
Is it? Well, it sort of looks like a Valentine's Day explosion. Sort of.
Is that what you're going for here?
Yeah.
What's in it? Sprinkles?
Yeah. It's just like a little funfetti.
I love it. I'll eat the whole thing right now.
Well, it's got like frosting and chocolate sauce on it, so it might drip.
Oh, it might. Oh, okay. So you're saying do this?
Is it yummy?
Yeah, I'd like a fork, but it is good. Thank you. Oh, it tastes really good.
Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day, babe.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Ah.